And Mbeere North Member of Parliament Geoffrey Ruku has, in what appears to be a move to tame opposition anti-government protests, proposed a bill to regulate the conduct of demonstrations and actions of picketing. Now, Ruku wants organisers of protests to be held liable for any damage or loss of lives and property, and that those that engage in outlawed protests be liable for 1 year imprisonment. Ruku, while defending the proposed bill, says it does not limit the right and freedom of Kenyans to picket or demonstrate, but that it is set to ensure that conveners engage in peaceful protests. Let's get more from our very own Geoffrey Ruku.
Amid threats by the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition on the resumption of protests to lament the government's failure to address issues they had raised, including lowering the cost of living, Mbeere North Member of Parliament Geoffrey Ruku has proposed a bill that seeks to regulate the manner in which demonstrations are conducted, saying previous incidents have led to massive destruction, looting and even loss of lives.
There's serious need for this society, the Kenyan society, to be well regulated in terms of demonstration, picketing, presentation of petition to public authorities and the assemblies. They need to be conducted, recognizing the right enshrined under the Article 37 of our Constitution. Then we do it in a more disciplined manner.
The bill seeks to enrich Article 37 of the Constitution, which gives every Kenyan the right to assemble, demonstrate and picket. Some of the proposals include making the convener of the demonstration accountable for any damage arising from the assembly, and that further, if a person defies the law and goes ahead to convene and participate in an outlawed assembly, the individual is deemed to have defied the penal code and is liable to a 1 year imprisonment.
We have seen violent demonstration in the past. People have lost their lives, people have lost their property, and nobody has ever been held accountable.
The bill also empowers the police to deal with protesters such that any officer above the rank of inspector has the power to prevent individuals from holding any assembly where it is clear that there is imminent danger of a possible breach of peace or public order. They will also prevent protesters from deviating from the route specified in the notice such that they are restricted, ensure there is no interference with movement of vehicles or pedestrian traffic, and that if there are rival groups meeting, there is appropriate distance between the groups. In the spirit of utumishi kwa wote, protect persons and property, whether or not they are participants in the demonstrations. Ruku says if the bill, which is now at the committee stage, gets a stamp of approval from the August House, organizers of mass protests will ensure the gathering does not cause loss of lives and property.
You can't destroy property in the name of demonstration. You can't have loss of life in the name of demonstrations. So let's have peaceful demonstration, peaceful picketing. And for that to be achieved, there must be regulation.
The bill also requires that organizers appoint marshals who will be in charge of ensuring the procession or gathering adheres to Article 37 of the Constitution of being peaceful. The bill also outlaws carrying of banners, placards or even speech that is seen to incite hatred of persons, disguising of faces to ensure individuals can be identified, that the protesters shall not possess any weapon, and that they will not wear clothing resembling that of police officers, among others. Organizers will also be required to adhere to set out guidelines that border on public safety, protect the rights and freedoms of non-participating protesters, and also cater for costs of cleaning up after the demos, among others. The proposals are likely to ruffle feathers, as the government has already been criticized for high-handedness during previous demonstrations by the opposition. The Interior Ministry had also hinted at the possibility of proposing a bill to regulate the demonstrations. The Mbeere North MP says his is independent. Geoffrey Ruku, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
All right, Goin, thanks so much for that.